Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Pennsylvania. We're currently in the city of Philadelphia. Today we're going to be doing a virtual tour of Center City, Philadelphia. This is the heart of downtown Philadelphia. Right now we're on Broad Street, traveling northbound at the intersection of Broad and Spruce. We're next to the Kimmel Center on our left-hand side. We're passing Spruce Street. We have Wilma at Aurora on our right. There's a heavy emphasis on the performing arts down here. In the south end of Broad Street, we just passed the Miller Theater on our left. We're passing Locust Street. At the top of the picture, you can see City Hall, which has a gigantic statue of, that's Ben Frank. I'm sorry, I said Ben Frank. William Penn. William Penn is huge, huge, huge. He looks small from down here, but if you actually look up historical photos of when they put that up there, they had to put it up there in pieces. He's gigantic. We're passing Chestnut Street. We're passing South Penn Square, Juniper Street and South Penn Square. I should merge left. This is called South Penn Square. We're on the eastern side of City Hall. All right, we're gonna try to merge left. We're at Market Street. We're at the intersection of Juniper and Market Street. On our left-hand side, we have City Hall. We're gonna make this left-hand turn. We're passing Commerce Street. We're on Juniper and Commerce. We're gonna make this left-hand turn and go up JFK Boulevard. On my right-hand side, at the top of the picture, you can see the Comcast buildings, which are our tallest buildings in the city of Philadelphia. You have the Comcast Center 1 and Comcast 2. We're passing Broad Street. Now we're on the north end of City Hall. We're gonna continue driving straight. I'm gonna merge right, and then we're gonna go straight. We're at the intersection of 15th and JFK Boulevard. She's just going to continue walking in the center of traffic as if she was equipped with bumpers. We're at 16th and JFK Boulevard. You can see all of the high rises on our left and on our right. I'm going to merge left, and we're going to make a left-hand turn on 17th Street. We have the front of the Comcast Center on our right. They shot a movie at the Comcast Center called The Devil. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's a pretty good movie. It's actually one that I enjoy, even though I saw several times. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It shows a lot of the Philadelphia skyline through aerial cinematography. And it's a pretty simplistic, although clever script. We're at 17th and Market Street. We're going to be passing Market Street. Now the traffic gets pretty congested in Center City, so I'm going to try to be as strategic as I can with which blocks I go through, because some blocks are going to be guaranteed gridlock, and I don't really want to waste our footage on being stuck in traffic. So although we're not going to be able to cover the entire Center City, Philadelphia in this sitting, I have documented Center City, Philadelphia over a dozen times in the past. So if you wish to see more footage, feel free. We're crossing Chestnut Street. I have a pothole in front of me. Let me slow down. We're passing Morvanian Street or Morvian Street. I'm sorry. How would I pronounce that? Moravian Street. Moravian Street. Moravian Street. Moravian. That's one heck of a name. Hey, I can pronounce this street, Walnut. We're at Walnut Street. Let's make this right-hand turn on Walnut Street. I definitely slaughtered the other name. Let's make this right-hand turn on Walnut. We have a bunch of boutiques and storefronts on this block. Walnut and Chestnut in Center City, Philadelphia are two popular streets to go shopping at if you like the higher end stores. We're approaching Rittenhouse Square and 18th Street, which is part of the French Quarter. Now Rittenhouse Square, let's make this right-hand turn on 18th Street. Rittenhouse Square is one of Philadelphia's wealthiest neighborhoods, with condos going upwards of $20 million for a condo. We're at 18th and Sansom. All right, we're gonna continue northbound on 18th Street. We're passing the 1700 block of Sansom. There's many restaurants on our left and on our right. So on my right, if you go down that block, you'll hit Chestnut, and on our left is Chestnut. That's the street that I said also has a lot of businesses. Pretty popular if you want to go to eateries, shopping, storefronts, and whatnot. Ruth Chris's Steakhouse on our left. We're gonna make this right-hand turn on Market Street. We're now on Market Street, the 1700 block of Market Street. So right now we're on the west end of City Hall. I'm gonna go around City Hall and we're gonna check out the east end briefly. Now, there's a lot more little tiny blocks and areas that you can cover here on the west end of City Hall, but it'll be very time consuming. Around the corner you got the Art Museum. You also have the Science Museum, you have the Franklin Institute, you have several museums in the area. We just passed 16th Street. We're approaching 15th Street, and this is City Hall in front of us from the west end. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. Now we're on 15th Street. You can also go slight right and continue up that way and explore more of Center City, but we're gonna continue towards the east end. South Penn Square once again. Penn being named after William Penn, which is considered to be one of the founders of Philadelphia. So this block might look a little bit familiar because this is where I was trying to merge earlier on in the video when we came from Broad Street. Except instead of going back around City Hall, I'm gonna go on the east end of Market Street. So rather than merging left, I'm gonna have to merge right. And as you can see, we're met with traffic. One of the best days to drive through Center City, especially this little area, I would say Sunday morning, because most people are sleeping. So if you ever wanted to explore downtown and you would want to know what's the best day of the week to visit downtown, especially if you're driving. Now, if you're not driving and you're going to be using public transportation and you want the ambience and you want to feel the energy of the people traveling around here, I would say any day during the work week, especially Friday, is really busy. But if you're driving and you can't stand traffic and you want to move through easily, Sunday morning. You can take this turn right here. You can go around City Hall probably 2-3 times within the time you're sitting here spending on one corner waiting for a light to change through the traffic. Now I gotta merge right. As you can hear, the gridlock makes road ragers come to life. You got people beeping as if we can predict the speed of traffic. All right, right now we're on the east end of Market Street, which is the east end of City Hall, passing 13th Street. We're at 13th and Market. This vehicle right here on my right-hand side just sped past us to drop somebody off. That was the black Infiniti that was beeping. They vroom, went right by us, and then they just parked there to drop somebody off. We're at 12th and Market. On our left-hand side, we have Hard Rock Cafe. On our right, you'll see a digital display, which they added a few years ago. We're at 12th and Market. We're now at 11th and Market. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn on 10th Street. Now, mind you, it's still relatively early. It's around lunchtime, 12:30 in the afternoon. And this is the type of traffic you see around 12:30. It would be a lot worse if people were out of work, but you probably have people commuting. A lot of people are heading towards lunch break right now. Could explain why some people are impatient. You only get a half an hour lunch break, and this is not the ideal traffic condition to be getting your lunch in. But you can always have your food DoorDash to you. Place the order before you go on lunch, or Grubhub or Uber Eats, so that by the time you go on lunch, you don't have to deal with this traffic. Or even better, bring lunch. Pack a sandwich. As a lifelong resident, I know not to drive in downtown if I have to do anything important. If I have to go to any type of important buildings or offices down here, I'd rather take the train than drive. We're at Sansom Street. Sansom Street. But as you can see, there's a lot of busy bees running around. See a lot of people in medical uniforms because we're near Jefferson Hospital, and then not far from here, to my left-hand side, you have Penn Medicine. We're gonna make this right-hand turn on Walnut Street, which would be the bottom end, or if you want to get geographically correct, the eastern end of Walnut Street. Earlier on in the story, I was telling you guys how Walnut Street is popular for all the shopping boutiques and high-end stores. Well, this is the eastern end before you hit Broad Street. Broad Street is a main artery which separates east from west on the map. Let's make this right on Walnut Street. We're gonna allow these nurses to cross the street. You can tell they're in the medical field because they have on the blue scrubs. We're passing Jefferson University. We're at 11th and Walnut Street.